So in order to enroll to the course, I have put a course enrollment Word document with your first name, last name, LinkedIn profile, what are your aspirations, okay, what's your background. Basically, the course is 90 days, learn Azure in 90 days because if you are very ambitious, you need to give it still 90 days because I have been learning Azure for um, 365 days now and still learning. So that's why I can put you on a fast track. The idea is to put you on a fast track. So not only 104, 204, 304, 400, but also data solutions, artificial intelligence. So I'm going to give you case studies and weekly assignments. So you'll be on a fast track, and it's a study group. Basically, um, so you pick one topic on which you want to become expert, either 104 or 204, and then you can become a team leader, and assign you a bunch of team members. So you will be given a project, so you can work on that project. The course fee is 10,000 rupees only, and you can pay it in two installments if you want. Um, Certified Solution also teaches you AWS, SAP, all modules of SAP. And why Azure? Okay, now last 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, Azure has been capturing the market of AWS. AWS used to be the only leader, but Azure and GCP are the three, along with AWS. Azure and GCP are the three leading cloud providers, solution providers, right? And it's a return of investment as we continue forward. The whole industry is moving away from data centers, the physical data centers, into public cloud, private cloud, and hybrid cloud. The CEO of Microsoft, he Satya Nadella, said um, Azure is focusing on innovation, not tradition. So it is coming with new innovative ideas, like it is user friendly with leading vendors and open source platforms like Java, Python, Oracle, Linux, and it gives a platform to work on artificial intelligence, machine learning, which is the future for not just next 10 years, but next 20 years. So you can be rest assured that cloud is going to be there for next 20 years. So it's a good idea to deep dive into it right now. So why certified solutions? You save time and money. It's a network of professionals, a study group. You can grow while you are sleeping. That means you'll be finding network of professionals in North America, in Europe, in Australia, and of course India. So you can also aspire to become. I am Microsoft certified trainer. So you can also become a Microsoft certified trainer and MVP. So these are all my links. As you enroll, you will come to know more about me and my website. And Get Certified Solution is a portal. Galore of information is there, which you'll get access to once you enroll in the course. Uh, 104 is like a basic administrator level course where you come to know about VNet, um, VM, basic things. And then from there on, you can become an architect where you know like 100 services. Uh, and you can also compare that with AWS and DevOps, security, and other modules.
Okay, I do have one question out here. As you're saying that,
Manoj,
sorry to interrupt you first of
Manoj, can you please put on the WhatsApp chat? Yeah, or go ahead, go
sure.
ahead, go ahead.
Okay, as you're saying that Azure is the upcoming platform and people are looking forward to it after AWS. How Azure is better than GCP? Can you just give me an idea regarding that?
Yeah, I mean, I would just put on the chat, so everybody will get to know, and I'll answer it at the end because this is I have only 30 minutes of recording, so I
That's
have
okay. That's okay
I
then.
have to cover a lot of slides.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So you can also become, my website is made out of WordPress. So it's something called LMS. Tutor LMS is a plugin I'm using. So you guys can also become an instructor, just like I am training. I have some strengths and weakness. So you can also become an instructor. Um, that is the idea. I am creating leaders here in certified solution study group. So the next step is to become a training partner. After you become an instructor, you can also become a business partner or consulting partner. So if you want to invest money, you can feel free to talk to me. But right now my first goal is, out of 20 in this batch, I am expecting at least 10 students, and I want at least seven of them to get certified by end of 90 days. And also I'm writing a book on Azure data solutions and cloud solutions, cloud and data solutions. So learn Azure in 90 days, so you can become a co-author of my book. So at some point we will publish it at Microsoft Press. So all the things are dreams are there, so you can climb the ladder with me. So what is the certification process? I last weekend I gave a demo. They said I want to become architect directly. Yes, you can go ahead and write the architect certification, but I doubt if you will be able to clear the interview, because in the interview they're going to ask you questions on 104, 204. So I would personally say that either do a 104 or 204, and no need to do a 900 before you go for the 3-star certification. So there's this 2-star certification and there's a 3-star certification, right? So I will say first do one of the 2 stars and then go for 3 stars. And uh, in the study group we all will help each other, share our knowledge. um, and ideally we should not be reading the dumps and going for the exam. Okay, we should actually know the concepts before we go for the exam. So what are all the services and modules, right? I mean, even the certification is broken down into network, compute, storage, high availability. So um, there are hundreds of service and modules which I in this. If you see, there are total 58 services or resources. They are synonymous, right? So many companies can go for just IAS. So if you go IAS in this, I think there are 12 services. If you see, VM, container, blob, storages, load balancer, express route. These are things which you will be dealing with on a daily basis. So once you become Azure Cloud Solution Architect or a Azure Administrator, so you have to deal with this on a daily basis. So during the study group, we will explore each of these services in detail. Okay, so what is multi-factor authentication? What is Active Directory? So, if you're coming from AWS Unix background, we will compare both Azure and AWS, and I promise you that the whole learning process will be enjoyable, and at the same time, it will be make things much easy for you. Compared to, people say I can learn this on YouTube. You cannot learn this on YouTube, guys. I mean, I've been in this industry for 20 years now, and you cannot learn this on YouTube by yourself. You need somebody to guide and clear your doubts. When even and So these are all the open source platforms which Azure is supporting. Okay, so you get access to all these free open source platforms if you go into Azure, right? So why if they ask you, why should I go into cloud? One of the reasons is you get access to a galore of open source platforms, languages, applications, stuff for free. You don't have to pay a lot of this, right? So that is one of the reasons. There are 100, not 1,000 reasons to go into cloud if you are not already gone. Okay, the course fee actually is 21,000 for entire lifelong membership of certified solution. If you want to become a lifelong member, any point in your career, maybe 3 years down the line, 5 years down the line, if you want to become a trainer, instructor, you can become. I will send you a agreement. So this is like you are getting diamond when you are searching for gold. Okay. So, but right now for this immediate thing, for COVID, this batch which is starting today, this is the second batch. The fees is only 10,000. You can pay it in two installments. As soon as you pay, I am going to send you videos and textbook for what you will be reading. Okay. So yeah, so we are right now. I'm a startup company, so I'm planning to grow, and I'm hoping you can grow with me. So yeah, so as I said, we have Microsoft and SAP training partner. These are all the products which I'm using. I'm actually thinking of going into Microsoft Teams, but I'm using Zoom for now. So we have a weekend batch, weekend only batch, and then weekdays also we are having simultaneous batches. um, I'm also going to grade you. Okay, if you do all the weekly assignments, I we will grade you for A+. Okay, that means you're ready for certification and a job. Okay, so basically, some people will be clear the certification, then they won't get a job, right? So that is where I will give you live project. I will give you case studies which we will discuss, and you can and each team will have 3 to 5 team members. So so yeah, certified solutions, I want to make sure that everybody who joins the class is 100% satisfied. Okay, so it's a fast track to Azure program. Okay, at some point you can become a trainer also. That is the idea, and you can select which, either 104 or 204 or 400 or 304, whichever you want, and that area you can try to become an expert and share your knowledge with the team members, right? And as you grow, you want your team members also to grow. As you know, there are three deployment models: platform as service, software as infrastructure as service, platform as service, and software as service. Example is, if you want to rent a car or buy a pizza, you're not going to, you're just going to go there in the for lunch. You're going to buy pizza and come out, right? So that is software as service. Same thing if you want a if you want an email, right? You go and buy Gmail. You sign up for Gmail. So that's a software as service, right? So you don't have to write code for that secure, and you know think worry about security and data center. So same way, so it is evolution now. Yesterday, you have to do everything on your own, but now you don't have to worry. You can let cloud service provider wonder about all the headache. So the evolution is, now, you things are evolved, right? I mean, as human beings have evolved, the IT industry has evolved. It started off with mainframes, then it became a 3-tier architecture, then finally now everything is in AI. The future is AI. Eventually, you are going to get rid of mouse. You're going to get rid of keyboard also, right? So, but if you see here in the IT evolution, waterfall, agile, and DevOps. DevOps is going to, is the latest. Same thing with monolithical N tier is replaced by microservices. And if you are coming from development background, you can work on microservices, containers, and Kubernetes. So, and then even the cloud is going to replace all the data centers, right? Um, so that is the evolution, and serverless computing and containers is microservices is the trend right now, and it's the future as well for next 2 decades. Next 2 decades. That's why I'm saying I started learning cloud a year ago. Okay, I come from a strong database administration background. I work in US, but I wish I had learned cloud 5 years back. So it's still not too late if you are not learned cloud already. Better to learn now, because a lot of companies are moving, and there's heavy pay. You get paid very heavily as a cloud solution architect. So basically, the steering committee, they decide whether you're going to move into cloud. What is the return of investment? As a consultant, you are going to advise them what are the benefits. Moving into cloud is safer and secure, and it is more trendy. It's going to increase the performance and the return of investment, right? So all the benefits you have to explain to them, and if you are a cloud solution architect, you have to design that and give it to them. Um, and now migration to cloud, also they have several tools which you have to explain to them. So these are all the services: compute, network, data, and storage. Uh, Again, you are going to be assessed in the 104 certification on these terms, which is foundation for the next level, right? So these are all the services, virtual machine scale sets and all. Tomorrow also we'll have a class. I will going to explain you more in detail about the some of these main services. Um, so this container and serverless, as I said in the previous slides, you no longer have to worry about hardware. Those days are gone. So that is something the cloud service provider is going to provide you. And then the future is serverless runtime. So computing, right? And VM, then container, and then serverless. That is the future. This has evolved like this, right? Previously, it used to be mainframes and then three-tier black and white computers and color computers. Then slowly it become a laptop, and a laptop become mobile, right? So then at the background, what is happening? This is what is happening in the background. Slowly, from VM it become container. From container it becomes serverless. So, if have you ever wondered how these big companies like Facebook, Google are running? Because they run on containers and they run on serverless technology. Because there is no upper limit on how many users they can handle, or how many transactions they can handle, because they are able to scale up and scale up and scale wide. Using the container and serverless computing, right? So it will have a very lightweight impact on the hardware, and of course hardware is all outsourced, so it's a lightweight impact on the virtual machine. So we are going to discuss more in detail on this tomorrow. So I'm assuming you guys know what is IAS, PS, and SAS. If not, we can discuss that more later. And same thing, you deployment models and service models, and this is part of AZ 900. Uh, I'm going to send you a video which you can watch on a fast track. It's a 6 hour video or 8 hour video. If you want to go and write AZ 900, I would prefer directly go for AZ 104. I would suggest, I would advise that you go. So why cloud computing is, because it is scalable, it is agile, it is elastic, it is fault tolerant, it is highly available, it is DR, and it converts your capital expenditure into operational expenditure. So, if you see, right now I am running certified solutions. I don't have any investment. Everything I'm doing is, even my Zoom is right now free. I have not purchased a Zoom license yet. So this is my operational experience expenditure is, I have to buy slowly. Yeah. So if I have a capital expenditure, if I invest in a data center, in yesterday you have to invest, and then every 3 years or 5 years you have to upgrade the hardware and license. But if you go into cloud, the only expenditure you have is operational expenditure. You're going to tell to Microsoft, hey, I'm going to use this only for this much, or after you're done, the day you are done, you can say I'm done, right? And then in yesterday's, if you want to order a load balancer, it used to take 3 months. The whole hardware is to get prepared and come, and then you have to get a network engineer, you have to get a database administrator, all those things. Now you can just do at a press of a button, you can get a load balancer, you can get an express route. At a press of a button, you can do all kind of things, right? It is possible only with because of cloud, right? This is easy cloud characteristics. You will get a multiple choice question in AZ 900 about these characteristics, and same thing about this deployment models and service models. You can say at least 10 questions are going to come on this just two slides, okay, during the exam. So yeah, so then now what is different type of architecture you will have, as a cloud solution architect, this is how you'll design a typical enterprise. A typical enterprise will look like this, right? It'll have a subnet, you have a VNet, and it will have a load balancer, and this is how you are going to design. It will have bastion. So, and same thing, this is another architect, right? So you have to design this. You have to say, I want a DNS, I have a DDoS service protection. So you a resource group. You want to design this. Okay, this is another example how a typical enterprise will look like, right? And this is again you're going to see this today and tomorrow. We are going to discuss more about how to create these kind of services and resources, and what is VNet traffic, how the large volume of traffic is you are able to manage using virtual appliance, firewall, routes, gateway, peering. Uh, you know, if you have two companies, if you are merging, or if you are merging a data center with a uh, cloud, then you are going to use VNet peering. We're going to discuss that after right after we create some VNets. And so these are all the resources we have: VM, network interface card, public IP address, load balancer, peering, express route, scale set, bastion. So all these resources, Active Directory, very important. So you have to understand how it works. And then we're going to use Portal or Cloud CLI or PowerShell to access. The only three ways to access, uh, of course, the fourth one is a GUI, but three ways to access Portal, Cloud CLI, and PowerShell. And we are going to discuss that. So, if you do a project with AZ104, you will become a PowerShell expert, and if you and of course you will become a AZ500 also. If you take, you can become Azure security expert, and then CIDR notation. How if you guys are not coming from a networking background, or if you, then we're going to discuss this again in next class. Uh, how you divide the network and assign resources to that CIDR notation. Very very important concept. And how high availability is performed in different regions of Azure. And VNet pairing. As we speak, there are, I think, 58 regions and 140, more than 150 countries now. As we speak, Microsoft is creating more and more data centers. It is, of course, more than AWS. So it is right now, I think, in 58 regions and 150 countries. This is a old slide, maybe more than 1 year old slide. So um, this is another example. We will drop out. Any questions now you can ask me. I think there was one question with WhatsApp group.
Hi, can I speak here?
Yes, yes,
Okay, now you're talking about the WhatsApp group. I thought that I need to send my questions over there. So I got your link from Facebook. After
yes.
that, I joined one of your WhatsApp group that you have suggested. After that, in that WhatsApp, you were you told us to subscribe in a demo.